Hello guys, welcome back, and in this video we'll be talking about a special altcoin. So this particular altcoin has been one of my favorite altcoins, favorite large cap coin, and has been in my radar for quite a while now. I always wanted to share my thoughts about why I'm so bullish on this particular project. It's actually a long-term pick. It's not intended for short-term gains or short-term trades. So it's actually a long-term hold for me. So I'll be explaining exactly why I'm bullish on this particular coin. As you guys could see on the screen, the project is MakerDAO, and the cryptocurrency associated with this particular project goes by the ticker MKR, or the Maker coin. So we'll be exploring what what are the use cases of Maker coin, the Maker protocol, and how exactly the Maker coin gets its value. And at the end of the video, we'll also be taking a look at the Maker charts just so that we could analyze and decide whether it's a great time to invest in Maker right now. So if you're new to this channel, you know the drill, you know what to do. Do me that favor, scroll down, smash that like button, click on the subscribe, click on the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. So I have four more such videos planned, all are long-term picks. So I'll be talking about that particular four coins in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned for those videos. And none of these videos, and the disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor or a certified technical analyst. So none of my opinions are to be taken as financial advice. All these are my personal opinions, and you should be taking it in that way. Okay, so let's start by talking about Maker protocol and what exactly does Maker do. This is the Maker website that you can see right in front of you. Maker is basically a decentralized bank. So yeah, you could go into the Maker protocol website. You could borrow money. You could lend money. You could earn interest when you're lending, and you'll have to obviously pay interest when you're borrowing. So that's what Maker does in simple terms. Maker also is one of the oldest DeFi projects on the Ethereum ecosystem. It was established in 2014, and now it's been around for like 6 to 7 years. So it's a solid project. It's not a shitcoin that popped up today or yesterday. It's been around for a while now. It has solid use cases. It has a strong team. It has strong backing from one of the top VC in the world, A16 said, Andres Horowitz. So I think they invested around $15 million in the of seed funding round of Maker. So yeah, Maker has a strong backing, a strong team. So I want to show you exactly how Maker works. So let's go into the platform where you can borrow and lend. So this is the app created by the Maker team. This is where you can borrow or lend money. Suppose you have a lot of ether with you, but you have diamond hands and you want to hodl your ether, but you're seeing a very good trading opportunity on the market today, and you don't have any funds left. All you have is the ether. So let's say you have one ether, but you want some money to make the trade. What you can do is you can go here, click on this ether vault, and yeah, you can deposit the one ether that you have. One ether is approximately 2.48k US dollars at the current price, and you could generate DAI using this particular ETH as collateral. So as you can see right here, the maximum that you can borrow is 1.656k DAI. So one DAI is basically equal to one US dollar. It's a stable coin pegged to a US dollar. So stable coins. This term might be familiar to you. You might have heard of stable coins like BUSD, USDT, or USDC. These stable coins are different. These coins are backed by real world US dollar. But DAI is different. DAI isn't backed by any US dollar. It's an algorithmically it's an algorithmic stable coin, meaning the peg is maintained by contracting and expanding the supply of DAI. I'll explain that with an example. So for USDT, every one USDT minted, they will be depositing it's controlled by a central um, authority. It's not a decentralized project. So USDT is a centralized project. So for every USDT that you mint, the central authority deposits $1 in the bank, and it's audited and all the records are kept. But for Maker, what happens is uh, when the price of for DAI, what happens is when the price of DAI, one DAI goes above $1, the DAI supply is increased. When the DAI supply increase and the demand stays the same, the price of DAI decreases. And if the price of DAI falls below $1, the algorithm automatically decreases the supply of DAI. So as the supply decreases, the demand as the demand stays constant, the price per DAI increases. So this continues, and this rebalance is a continuous process, and this rebalance is what keeps DAI at $1. So what's the role of Maker here? Why is Maker important? So the role of Maker is that you can see all these: the stability fee, the liquidation penalty, the liquidation ratio, all these values. So all these values, who decides all these values? For a central bank, the central bank decides the interest rate, the liquidation ratio, the liquidation, all those stuff, all those ratios, all those numbers are decided by the central bank. You have no say as a person who have an account in the bank. So you can't make the decisions of what should be the interest rate. But in Maker protocol, it's different. You are literally, if you own Maker, you literally own a piece of the bank. You have a say in every decision of the bank. You can vote on what should be the interest rate. You can vote on what should be the liquidation ratio. You can decide what should be the liquidation penalty. You can decide it all. You have total control over all decisions regarding Maker protocol. So that's the beauty of decentralized projects. That's the beauty of Maker. So Maker is basically a governance token used to govern the Maker protocol. And there's something very interesting about Maker. So the stability fee, or the interest rate that you have to pay when you borrow a particular asset, this stability fee is partly used to buy Maker and burn it. So the maker in circulation actually reduces as more and more people uses this platform. When more and more people takes uh, borrows money, more and more people owe Maker protocol the interest. As more and more people pays interest, more and more Maker is burnt. So the supply of Maker is constantly reducing. If you go into this particular site called makerburn.com, you can see that you can see this ratio, what happened to the DAI supply. The annual Maker burn DAI supply is keeping on increasing. That's because more and more people are borrowing from the platform, more and more DAI is getting minted, and the amount of Maker burned is also increasing. So Maker is constantly taken out of supply. So when a particular asset has a constant demand and the supply reduces, the Maker price, obviously the price of that particular asset obviously increases. And that's exactly what's happening to Maker right now. That's and you have the decision making power. You could increase the fee, you could force the protocol to burn more Maker, You could do anything. You could actually literally do anything if you have the majority of maker holdings in your wallet. So if you hold maker and the majority of people who hold maker votes for a particular decision, that decision will be implemented. That's how maker works. And this is just the beginning. Right now you can only use cryptocurrencies as collateral. You could only use Ethereum or any other such cryptocurrencies to borrow DAI. But later on, real world assets would be collateralized on the blockchain. Real world assets like maybe your car or the real estate you own, you could use that to borrow money on the Maker protocol. And that would be huge. So right now, if you're taking a look at the Maker coin market cap page, Maker is right now trading at around 3k US dollar, 3.1k US dollar, and it's having a fully diluted market cap of 3.1 billion dollar. This would sound like a huge amount, but what's interesting is if you go into DeFi Pulse, this is a website where you can see you could learn all about DeFi. You could see what's happening in DeFi, the current trend, how much amount is locked in DeFi, and what DeFi protocols are the top protocols right now. So you can see Maker is currently the second most. The Maker is a protocol having the second most amount of locked US dollar in terms of US dollar value, second most amount locked in the protocol. So Aave has $13.28 billion locked in that particular protocol, but and Maker has $8.48 billion locked in the protocol. And we had seen earlier that the total diluted market cap of Maker is 3.1 billion US dollar. And that's way less than what is locked inside the Maker protocol. So that's one sign that Maker is undervalued. And Maker generates around $150 million per year in revenues just from liquidations and the interest rate collected. So that's how huge it is. And Maker is having a PE ratio of around 20 or 30, I guess. And it's a good ratio actually, PE ratio of 20. That's actually good. For a comparison, Tesla has a PE ratio of around 200. So Maker is just 20. It's PE ratio. The thing about PE ratio is lower the better. It's not necessarily the case always, but in general, yeah. Okay, and yeah, that's what. So these are the two things that adds value to the Maker token: the Maker burn and the decision making power. So reduction in supply and the decision making power. These two are the growth of DeFi. The growth of DeFi, DeFi is just in starting stages right now. DeFi is as meant will be growing it's growing at an exponential rate and will continue to grow over the next years. So as DeFi grows, Maker protocol will grow too. And as a governance token of this protocol, even the Maker price should appreciate in value if DeFi is growing and if Maker DAO is growing. So yeah, let's just look at the Maker charts and conclude this video. Right now, Maker is trading inside a symmetrical triangle. I'm I'm looking at I'm looking at the daily time frame because we are seeing this more as a investment rather than a trade. So this orange line right here is the 50-day moving average and the green line is the 200-day moving average. We're right now trading below the 50-day moving average, which is a good sign because it's not really a good sign, but this says that right now the Maker price is below the last 50-day average price. So we're getting Maker at a pretty cheap price compared to the last 50 days. But we are trading above the last 200-day average price. And looking at the RSI, where we're not in the oversold region or in the overbought region. We are somewhere in the it's we are close to the oversold region. Oversold region is below 30, so we are close to the oversold region right now. And what I believe what happened what will happen in the near future is Maker would break out of this symmetric triangle, break above. But in order for that to happen, BTC should break out of its symmetrical triangle. Even BTC is trading inside a symmetrical triangle right now. So if BTC stays strong, if BTC break above the 21 weekly EMA, I think definitely even Maker will break out of this symmetrical triangle, break above the symmetrical triangle. And my targets would be my if you're planning to trade it, my target would be 4.825k. That would be the first target, and the second target would be around 6.8k. And in the long term, by the end of the year, I expect Maker to comfortably hit 10k USD or 9.5k USDT. So that's my target. That's around 3x. That's more than 3x from this particular from the current price. So I don't think that's an over exaggerated price. I think it's pretty doable. 9.5k USDT is a reasonable target for Maker by the end of the year if BTC stays strong. And if it doesn't, I would suggest you guys to dollar cost average Maker. So at every 10% dip, keep accumulating Maker. So do so, and in the long term, you'll definitely win. Even if it doesn't happen by the end of this year, a 10k USDT Maker is definitely possible in the next 4 to 5 years. So that are my thoughts on Maker. Hope you guys enjoyed this particular video, and if you guys did like this video, do give it a like, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And I promise you guys, I'll be back with more interesting content, more analysis, more fundamental technical analysis, tab tutorials, etc. So until then, bye bye.